Please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion.
By virtues of the powers vested in me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor of the University of South Africa, I constitute this a gathering of a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayers, meditations, and affirmations to give thanks and gratitude for the achievements that are being celebrated this evening. Can we have a moment of silence? Thank you, Ralebo Sabong. You may be seated. Okay, thank you. For the young ones, I'm not taking a selfie. I'm just trying to switch off my phone, and I request all of us to switch off not our phones, but the volume of our phones. May I also request that when you want to take pictures, please do so. We welcome that. But please don't project your torch to the colleagues on the podium. You can see many of them are like me. They need help to see, and therefore we would be grateful if you could honor them with that. Finally, let me request we request that people do not walk up and down or exit before the end of the graduations to ensure that the graduations of our esteemed colleagues, our graduates this evening, are with dignity. That's the first request that we will make. We also request you, especially you colleagues from education, and this is a dedicated request. Oftentimes when the graduations conclude, the educators leave before the end of the graduations, just after they've graduated. May I request to ensure that the other graduates have the same dignity as yourselves, that you remain seated until we conclude the graduations. If we do so, we will all have beautiful graduations. Good evening. We're not going to start, colleagues. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, we are here to celebrate, colleagues. We are here to celebrate a very important event. Let me start by acknowledging His Excellency President Mbeki, the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, members of and council members here present, the Chairperson of Council, Dr. Musia, and council members participating in person and virtually, members of the executive and extended management of the University of South Africa in attendance, executive and deputy executive deans from various Unisa colleges present, members of the regional executive present, members of the academic procession present, you, our graduates, who we are here to celebrate. Good evening to yourselves, especially. I'm not here, it's as though you're angry at us, but we will share the best news with you. Members of the university community present, members of the National Student Representative Council, and all other members of the various structures here tonight. And we have the Deputy Secretary of the Student Representative Council in this region graduating this evening. We are quite appreciative that student leaders conclude their studies as well. Let me recognize academicians, support and administrative staff who are present, friends of the University of South Africa in attendance here tonight, representatives from various media fraternal, distinguished members of the audience, ladies and gentlemen, Dumelang, Sanbonan, Molweni, Khwenand, Assalamu alaikum, Jambo, Tabela, Lochani, Riperile, Madegwana. Good evening. Khotsong. It is my greatest honor to welcome you to the third session of 2024 Autumn Graduation Ceremonies of the University of South Africa, the University of Leaders, the university at the center of shaping society through knowledge here at home, in the continent and abroad. We are truly privileged that this university that is celebrating 150 years continues to be the pride of society, ensuring that access to higher education is an important asset that our students pursue for themselves. The same is true to the fact that we hold these graduations at an important month in the history of South Africa, where the dividends of democracy are being celebrated. 30 years ago, South Africa existed in the context of divisions, bifurcations of society that were affirmed and supported by apartheid hierarchy. In this system, the humanity of Black majorities was not recognized. And it's very important, therefore, when we celebrate this month, we acknowledge the efforts of the diverse communities, Black, white, of Indian or Asian descent, and others who were quite at the center of ensuring that this beautiful democracy is available for all of us. Sometimes it would seem to us as society, we take for granted this important journey for which many of our alumni as the University of South Africa were central to participating. Let me give you a few ideas about the University of South Africa so that you who are graduating tonight, you will walk with dignity because you're privileged to be part of this important and an august university that is respected all over the world. Unisa is 150 years old, is the first university in the world to teach via open distance education, and it's an asset that must be recognized for that. I'm not going to do, you are Africans. If you don't appreciate your assets, who will appreciate them? Why should we be happy to know about the Colosseum in Italy when we are not appreciative of our own assets? It's very important for us as Africans to be proud of the inventions, innovations that South Africa would have bequeathed the world and which are still important. And it's very important that you especially, I can understand if their loved ones are not attentive to that history. You should know about it and you should be appreciative, because as you walk tall after we give you your certificate, it will be because of the outputs of this important university. So I'm going to start again so that we remember very well. In the whole world, before anybody thought about distance education, remote learning, or even digital businesses, University of South Africa in 1873 started a distance education system that depended on the postal services and was also the first university in the country to creating other universities in the country. If you think of University of Cape Town, University of Free State, Fort Hare University, and Rhodes and others, these were the grandchildren, if not the children, of the University of South Africa. I think we need a round of applause. I also want to highlight that not only is it the first in the world to teach by distance education, you have your Google, you can check if this is true, and you will understand that Open University, Indira Gandhi University, and all other universities that are now using distance are drawing on the lessons that Unisa would have produced for the global arena. The second aspect that I thought was important to reaffirm in this graduation is that our university places high premium on academic success and excellence, virtues that define us as a truly Pan-African university that shapes futures in the service of humanity. Every effort is made by Unisa academics, some of whom are here this evening, some of whom are on campus and in the various 26 campuses, including our campus in Ethiopia. They make sure that our students are taught with dignity, that their credentials are of quality, and that the over 400 qualifications that Unisa is providing, all of these qualifications are accredited. It's very important that none of your degrees, colleagues, is unaccredited. All your degrees are accredited, and this is quite important for us as a university. The third aspect that I wanted to share with you is that Unisa is responsible for a third, or what you call a quarter, of all university students in the country. We are responsible for 37% of the student population, and we register no less than 378,000 students in the university, which accounts for this important number. The College of Education, and I see many green, what do you call them? Yes, who are wearing them because you're graduating in education. I was testing. It's not like I did not know, but the educators kept quiet. Unisa produces 50% of the teachers in public and private system in our country, and that's something phenomenal. Dr. Hlongwan, your College of Accounting Sciences produces about 30% of chartered accountants in the country, many of whom would not have access to accounting sciences because they come from the economic margins. In terms of research output in 2021, Unisa has improved its rankings, and colleagues, let me tell you just a few bits. The College of Economic and Management Sciences produces some of the best financial actuaries and other leaders in our society. For instance, if you have 20 rands in your bag or in your pocket, if you think about Jill Marcos, the first Democratic governor of the central bank, she's a graduate of this university. But if you also think about the current governor of the central bank, the one who has signed your 10 rands, your 20 rand note, or your 200 rand note, is a graduate of this university. What this implies is that if you're studying in the College of Accounting Sciences, the School of Business, the School of Economic and Management Sciences, you have no option but to lead, and not just lead institutions or own business, but must be at the center of ensuring that jobs are created, youth and young adults participate, and you are also in the rallying point of ensuring that our society transforms poverty, eradicates it, and equalizes the opportunities. The same is true, colleagues, for College of the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. The College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences are doing stellar work in the research that takes into cognizance the genetic makeup of biotic diversity of our country, including and continent. They have been requested by the continent to protect the flora, fauna, trees, algae, whatever you call it, of the continent by ensuring that they map it, lest it's taken by others. Professor Libelo is looking at me intently because he's one of those who are participating in that project. And colleagues, for our biodiversity is very important, especially when we think about what's happening in the world. Lastly, colleagues, College of the TM School and College of Humanities are central to ensuring that humanities are at the forefront of humanizing societies, abating violence, including wars, giving resources to society that enable us to ensure that in the international arena we participate well. Finally, colleagues, the College of Engineering and Technology is ranked #1 in the country, alongside with Stellenbosch University and Northwest University. Yeah, that woo is jealous. Let's celebrate them. They are #1 in the country, according to Times Higher Education. Thank you very much. Equally important, colleagues, I'm going to be very brief. The University of South Africa in 2020-2021 was ranked number 13, 12, up to 16. We're very glad that in 2024, Unisa is ranked number 7 by most of the ranking systems. I think they deserve a round of applause. Why do universities exist? What is their purpose in the world? What type of knowledge do they create? And how is this knowledge optimized by society? I want to share with you that universities are assets. They are resources of society. You must, as society, hold us accountable if we don't run them as best as they should, because they are the only site of hope for the poor, for the educated, for people to extricate in themselves from poverty, but also to building societies that flourish, democracies that are honest and serve societies, as well as ensuring that countries are stable and their economic systems are strong. Universities also exist to give impetus to value systems that humanize society, that are not just about profit, without taking cognizance of the social justice agenda and the imperative for knowledge to changing society for the better. And for you who are going to be graduating, our last message is to say to you, we don't train you to feel as though you're better than your family members that do not have the degree or diploma that you're going to receive. We've trained you not to think of yourselves as though you're better than members of society who may not have the opportunity that you have as a graduate of this university or any university. We train you to make education vogue. I'm not using fashionable, because we are not in the socials. We are in the university, yeah? It is through you that those who have not had the opportunity to come to university must understand the values that are important to living by, but also to using them for society. These are important assets that we deem as you graduate here. You must walk with them, understanding you are being sent to being an agent of change, an ambassador of this august university, but also a participant in society who doesn't just complain about what government is not doing. Government ought not to do for you, but you must do for government and society that which must change society for the better. Finally, if you're a Unisa graduate, your aspirations must not be lowered. They must be up your antenna. Why is that the case? I want to tell you that 3 presidents of the Democratic Republic, His Excellency President Nelson Mandela, His Excellency President Thabo Mbeki, the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, and the current President, President Ramaphosa, are graduates of this university. 3 presidents as a university, and it's just, ooh, let's do better. But we have not only produced presidents for South Africa, we've also produced presidents for other countries, other continents, and the Caribbeans in particular. If you think about President Jean Bertrand Aristide, who is also a graduate of this university. But colleagues, because we understand that we don't just produce state leaders, we also produce opposition political party leaders to demonstrate that our knowledge is diverse. It allows people to make independent decisions and to be attentive to the decisions they make. So if you think about the former president of AZAPO, the Minister of Science and Technology, His Excellency Musibudi Mangena, the one who helped us as a country to create our first EV car, he's an alumnus of this university. Can you give him a round of applause? The Democratic Alliance leader, former leader, Musi Maimane, is also a graduate of this university. I think he's now with something called BOSA. And then the CIC of the Economic Freedom Fighters, Sello Malema, is also a graduate of this university. But colleagues, in the past 7 years, I must tell you that this university has produced over at least 10 vice-chancellors in the country were produced, whether you think of Dr. Mampela Rampela, whether you think of Professor Mamuketi Pakeng, whether you think about Professor Rashila Songla of Wusu University, whether you think about Professor Maluleke from Tshwane University of Technology, whether you think about Professor Ngambi in Zambia, and whether you think about the latest Vice-Chancellor to be appointed, Professor Kehla Ndlovu of Vaal University of Technology, they were produced by the University of South Africa. I must hasten to say I'm also a product of Unisa. So colleagues, welcome to Unisa. Welcome to these graduations. We would like you to be happy, to ululate, to applaud for your candidate, but as you do so, we request that you allow the other candidate to hear their name and for their family to celebrate them. Welcome to Unisa, the University of the Land, the University of Leaders, the university committed to shaping futures in service of humanity as we advocate for peace with justice in the world. Welcome. At this point, colleagues, I want to invite before we start with the conferment of the degrees, I would like to request Professor Taule to, is Professor Taule here? To read the Chancellor's address on behalf of His Excellency President Mbeki. Professor Taule, you have the opportunity to address us. Can you give a round of applause?
The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Linkabula, Dr. Mulebo, on behalf of the Acting Register, Professor Sipota, representatives of colleges, fellow academics, graduates, family members and friends, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Here today, we stand to celebrate you. Here today, we stand to celebrate your success. We know the road traveled was not an easy road. The journey taken that brought you to this very moment was not easy, but you made it. With great resilience and great determination, you are here and you made it. Well done. Give yourself a big hand. I encourage you to use the same spirit you have shown throughout your studies to tackle the new challenges you will face. The road ahead will not be easy. Obstacles, missed exit, potholes, roadblocks will occur. There will be loss of opportunities such as that job does not work out, the illness or accident that changes everything in an instant, loss of love, and sometimes the loss of life itself. The hard days, the time that challenges you to the very core will determine who you are. Joel Osteen once said, if one dream dies, dream another one. If you get knocked down, get up and go again. Close quote. You'll be defined not just by what you achieve, but also how you survive. It is up to you to dream alive and strive to make a difference in the lives of those you encounter. I believe you all work hard to get to this. As the saying goes, things worth saving are worth fighting for. Your hard work did not go to waste because you are here today. The Unisa marketing video says, education is the passport to the world. I would like to extend that metaphor and say that it also serves as your umbrella. Think about it for a moment. Just as an umbrella provides shelter from a territorial downpours, education can shelter you from the tempest of ignorance, the hurricanes of uncertainty, and the thunderstorm of self-doubt. It equips you with the knowledge and skills, resilience to weather the most ferocious storms of life. But here is the beauty of it. An umbrella is not just a tool for protection, it's also a symbol of preparedness. When we carry our umbrella, we anticipate the rain and the hot weather, showing foresight and readiness. Similarly, through education, we have been prepared for the inevitable, unanticipated challenges that lies ahead. Life, just like the weather, is unpredictable. Here you are graduating, but what lies ahead is unknown, and for some, it is immensely horrifying. You wonder about employment and the rejection that comes from it. You wonder about the pressures of societies. You may also wonder if any of this was worth it. And that is okay, but let those just be that, wonders. Each lesson learned, assignment completed, and late night sessions have contributed not only to the steady framework of your intellectual umbrella, but also to your personal growth and transformation. Just like an umbrella, your education has expanded and grown with you, providing coverage not only for yourself, but also for those around you. This is testament to your dedication and your hard work. You should be proud. Tony Robbins says, I quote, no matter how many mistakes you make or how slow you progress, you still way ahead of everyone who isn't trying, close quote. So dream big and dare to fail. Now, as you step out of the world beyond the academic walls, remember to carry your umbrella of education proudly. Let it be a beacon of hope, a source of strength, and a symbol of dedication to lifelong learning. As you navigate the uncertain terrain of the future, trust in the foundation your education has provided. You are equipped with the power of knowledge and the potential to make a difference. Believe in yourself and your abilities. But bear in mind, just as an umbrella is only as effective as the person holding it, your education is only as valuable as the action you take with it. So let us not merely rest on the laurels of our degrees, but instead use our knowledge and skills not to just weather the storms, but also to change the world for the better. As you embark on the next phase of your journey, embrace the challenges, celebrate the victories, and never forget the invaluable gift of education that has brought to you to this moment. So graduates, hold your umbrella high, for the future is bright, and you're ready to face the storms, whatever storms come your way. This is my parting gift to you. I leave you with this quote from Henry Beecher, open quote: hold yourself responsible to a higher standard than anyone else expects of you. Never excuse yourself, never pity yourself, be a hard master to yourself, and be lenient to everyone else, close quote. For the world awaits you, your brilliance, your passion, and your unwavering determination to make a difference. Congratulations on reaching this significant milestone. Thank you.
In her gentle but firm reaffirmation of the value of education, Professor Taule tells you that you must be prepared, you must anchor your dreams, you must never allow the challenges to have the final word, but you must allow the challenges to invite you to think, rethink, and think anew the solutions that you want for society. She uses a metaphor that those who are less than 30 would know better because they listen to Riri. Umbrella, umbrella, umbrella. You understand? Don't worry, the other generation doesn't hear me. She says the umbrella is the metaphor of that preparedness, of protecting yourself, but also whilst understanding that challenges will be there. And finally, she says, you must continue learning. You must understand education as an asset that you must use to propel yourselves as you inspire your own families or loved ones and society. Let us give Professor M.J. Taule a round of applause for those wise words. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the conferment of the degrees and the diplomas, may I request that you do not leave the hall before the end of the ceremony. By virtues of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to introduce to you Nyarai Mungofa for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I request her supervisor, Dr. D. Beswa, to read the citation in support of the conferment of the degree.
In her thesis entitled The Potential of Vecna ungulata and Cucurbita maxima as complementary food ingredients in soup formulations, she assessed the potential of various edible parts of Vecna ungulata and Cucurbita maxima as complementary ingredients in soup recipes. She makes a valuable contribution to the body of knowledge in the field of consumer science by demonstrating a novel use of cost-effective and locally available food sources, a significant effort towards achieving Sustainable Development Goal number 2 of the United Nations. Professor Sibanyoni was also a co-supervisor of Nyarai Mungofa.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer on Nyarai Mungofa the degree of Doctor of Philosophy.
I confer the degree of Doctor of Philosophy on Nyarai Mungofa. Congratulations.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Mashaganeng Rachel Mashigo receives the degree of Master of Arts.
Madam Vice Chancellor, I present Qiniso Makama receives the degree of Master of Business Leadership. Excuse me. I present Tembelihle Charity Kumete for MBA. I present, Madam Vice Chancellor, present Qiniso Makama receives the degree of Master of Business Leadership. I'm done. Okay.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors. Ranzu Unique Masia.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors. Makweng Janet Mahlakwana. Lihle Fortunate Muguli. Kolile Lindsay Mhlakwana. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors. Christina de Kock. Tandiwe Nosipo Dlamini. Nomcebo Prudence Herbst. Delta Tabile Masaku. Millicent Ndlovu. Nokubonga Patricia Ngozo. Nosipho Wendy Nkuna.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts honors. Nokwanda Zimbili April Dlamini. Kifilwe Matusho Mashiho. Pel Oliswa Muhumuza. Zitobile Isabel Nkosi. Gladys Tsakani Tani. Madam, are we finished? Okay.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce honors. Nothando Fisiwe Dlamini. Zama Tandizile Fakudze. Rulani Kosa. Jabulani Brian Metule. Baby Teshia Ellen Mtetwa. Soko Hlutle non Sikelelo Nkambule. Nkosinathi Phumlani Nkosi. Teddy Nyembe. Cynthia Sioke. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration Honours. Gratitude Prudence Dube. Nokubonga Nomalady Khumalo. Silake Neti Mathe. Lungile Nonhlanhla Mtshali. Gideon Moshendlovu.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education Honours. Priscilla Cynthia Bia. Joseph Bothma. Evelyn Kulufelo Fakude. Mariam Juma. Lisa Mate. Hope Tandega Mlambo. Sharon Jennifer Ndlovu. Ndlalala Ngobeni. Gapsile Mandisa Soko. Dorcas Talita Ubisi. Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Stembile Princess Chongqo. Promise Tobile Kulu. Portia Nelisiwe Dlamini. Tiani Audrey Hatton, degree obtained with distinction. Tessa Hlati. Nobile Mashia Hlachwayo. Petunia Hlachwayo. Soft Hlachwayo. Nkululeko Gladys Hlophe. Firdaus Hussein, degree obtained with distinction. Nondumiso Patience Karima. Sakile Nolwazi Karima. Anna Lucia Koza, degree obtained with distinction. Ayanda Sweetness Koza. Fezile Carol Koza. Seketani Efficient Koza. Lindoguhle Lucretia Koza. Tobega Millicent Koza. Tenyiko Promise Koza. Zanele Princess Koza. Hazel Ntombozodile Kumalo. Mashia Munene Komani, degree obtained with distinction. Figile Skulile Mabila. Ngobile Zandile Mabunda. Lindokuhle Tobile Mabuza. Nomonde Rachel Magagula. Nonkululeko Forgiveness Magagula. Pinky Sarah Magagula. Precious Queeneth Magagula. Prudence Patricia Mahlalela. Gugu Millicent Mahlangu. Mabel Lydia Mahlangu. Wenzi Alucia Makanya, degree obtained with distinction. Nompendulo Imelda Makubela. Onika Mokhadi Makofani, degree obtained with distinction. Samukelo Sipesihle Litukutula Malala. Tesni Malumani. Tracy Mantombazana Mambana. Angel Happy Girl Mapangela. Makhosazana Senamile Maseko. Tandi Ada Maseko. Zetu Priscilla Mashaba. Lynette Wandile Matebula. Sbongile Martha Matebula. Sibusiso Jeffrey Matebula. Tembisile Sindile Matebula. Precious Sindisile Maisa. Promise Zumekile Mazia. Mbali Mbele. Nombeko Cynthia Mfupi. Balindile Nobuso Shamaine Mgwenya. Sihle Elaria Mhlongo. Nompi Pishwell Mkabela. Ntetalelo Hope Ignatius Mkabela, degree obtained with distinction. Sydney Tabiso Mkabela. Ngobile Octavia Mkachwa. Sylvia Mkachwa. Nonkululeko Mashia Mkonza. Kapsile Jessica Mlangeni. Steve Kamkam Ndlovu. Eunice Fortunate Mgomezulu. Koli Mnisi. Yolanda Kolisile Mnisi. Nkeko Nanaki Muima, degree obtained with distinction. Ntabiseng Melok Marloge Mukabane. Tabiso Moropani. Tabile Dolly Mota. Sepiso Claudia Mpangani. Nobile Mrotsane. Nonqebo Lihle Msibi. Cynthia Salina Msimango. Nobile Mthethwa. Karen Ngwatle. Mavis Ngobeni. Gcina Kate Ngomani. Hello, Lindokuhle Nokuthula Ngwenya. Londile Penelope Ngwenya. Fezile Gugulethu Ngwenyama. Sipiwe Zodwa Ngwenyama. Nontando Monica Nhlabathi. Nothile Ngitheni Nhlabathi. Buhle Prudence Nkobe. Andile Fortunate Nkosi. Nombuso Princess Nkosi. Namsa Queen Nkosi. Nontando Princess Nkosi. Sabelo Surprise Success Nkosi. Sibongile Nolwazi Nkosi. Promise Nomthandazo Nkuna. Vanessa Kidiboni Nkuna. Johan Mabuti Nsimbini. Sthandwa Lucia Ntimani. Tobile Lungile Nyatikazi. Simon Peters, degree obtained with distinction. Adolf Prince Sambo, degree obtained with distinction. Fagazile Lin Shabangu. Koliwe Grace Shabangu. Simangele Vera Sibeko, degree obtained with distinction. Medi Martha Sibiya. Londiwe Eugene Sifunda. Motase Queen Simango. Mpumelelo Betwell Sithole. Silindile Shelley Sithole. Iris Chauke. Tenjiwe Cindy Caroline Tema. Gladness Temba. Leon Tibela. Portia Zintle Tobela. Pumzile Rebecca Tole. Sbongile Mavis Tomo. Ngedile Fortunate Tuma. Jabulile Bridget Twala. Prudence Ubise. Nkosingiphile Patricia Vilakazi. Sikhulile Londiwe Vilagazi, degree obtained with distinction. Philisiwe Stembile Zima, Lydia Busma, Fia Louise Letsky, Lindiwe Mhlongo, Sonto Lungile Mkonto, Rumizai Onyimo, degree obtained with distinction. Lebohang Dieketseng Sekgoto, Sindisiwe Sono, Patricia Delisile Twala, Anina van Skalkwyk, Mfundo Treasure Dladla, Nonkululeko Nozipho Precious Gwebu, Beneshe Jackson, Nomfundo Abigail Khoza, Lizel Kukemur, Agnes Zandile Kubai, Sindisiwe Mabaso, Nontando Date Makubula, Florence Alfin Manyike, Simpiwe Vusi Maseko, Zinhle Promise Mavuso, Emily Dorcas Mazibugo, Dumsile Eunice Mdlovu, Tabiseng Bridget Munaring, Qinile Precious Myeni. Stembile Temazomba Unisa. Tandega Innocentia Nkosi. Portia Sambo. Gugu Fortunate Shongwe. Valentine Imogen Sondlana. Ntanta Vincent Tulare. Bongiswa Sandiso Dlamini. Sibonginhlanhla Portia Khoza. Tandega Sophie Lubisi. Albertina Mamushiane Makho. Tandega Rosemary Mokwena. Promise Tembelihle Ngomane. Cornelius Andrian Odendal. Ntombazane Charity Noluthando Phiri. Mandla Patrick Shabangu.
Okay. Madam Vice Chancellor, Simanga Sylvester Sabelo Mnisi received the degree of Baccalaureate Technologiae. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Administration. Lynette Enkel Sitole. Pindile Matonsi. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidate received the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Bongani Sindile Dlamini. Kurula Loneliness Mhlongo. Basi Clarence Ngomezulu. Face the camera. Loretta Musala. Utupele Muntari. Charlotte Nompumelelo Nyalungu. Madam Vice Chancellor, Jason Fenter receives the degree with distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Hlengani Albert Baloyi. Samke Siwe Vanessa Fakude. Kucho Mashilwani. Nkulumo Leon Sibuyi. Madam Vice Chancellor, Wenzeka Elate Mgwenya received the degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologia. Zakane Melodia Dladla. Nikki William Makofani. Tabisile Angela Memela. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Matthew Ian Robinson. Tobani Ivan Lukele.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the degree of Bachelor of Science in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Edith Florence Mati Jansen van Vuren. She obtained the degree with distinction. Chandra Swart. Makutupu Alice Mashaba. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Baccalaureus Technologia. Nonjena Paulette Mamba. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Carol Zanele Mahlalela, degree obtained with distinction. No, it's not. Nomtandazo Gift Malaza. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Naumen Telele.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Social Work. The first candidate is Maina Nonkululeko Mlombo. Nombuso Princess Ngosi. Assurance, God knows, Lwazi Magagula. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Information Science. Siyabonga Goodwill Shongwe. Henry Sifiso Sibande. Nakiwe Cleopatra Mnina. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Phumelela Phako. Maggie Mugobe Mahulejo. Nokwanda Shongwe. Tobile Sibiya.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will be now introduced to you. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their postgraduate diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Gloria Tagane Luetle. Look at the camera. Louis John Matebula.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Union Jupiter Nolene receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Madam Vice Chancellor, Union Jupiter Nolene receives postgraduate diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences.
Madam Vice Chancellor, Tsabile Buile Lubambo receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Daphne Chitate. Pietras Cornelis Aramse. Carol Kwedi. Senzile Timatimanze Kunene. Bandile Kelumusa Mkonta. Zanele Mnisi. Helsa Nelisiwe Mtetwa. Kulile Irene Ngosi. Munhle Poshia Sikonze. Ndumiso Sandile Simelane.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education. Tabile Windy Dlamini. Jabulani Lubisi, diploma obtained with distinction. Glenda Rulani Matebula. Frida Mshwani. Nobuhle Ntombizonke Mchali, diploma obtained with distinction. Savelo Benedict Zulu, diploma obtained with distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received postgraduate diploma in the Graduate School of Business Leadership. Adilano Alexandria Celestino Avelino. Abel Madamombe. Itumeleng Lerotodi Mapate. Pindile Pinky Matabela. Busi Veronica Ngomane. Kabisile Tandi Nkosi. Mashudu Chipoliso. Excuse me, Mashudu Chipoliso obtained a diploma with a distinction.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Human Sciences. Bongani Jeremiah Mabuza. Surprise Simanga Malinga. Kanyesile Empress Manzini. Innocentia Nokwazi Mbendane.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the diploma in the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences. Albert Madonsi Kosa. Loretta Matabo Matebula. Nhlanhla Beki Mdluli, diploma obtained with distinction. Dante van Vieren.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received diploma in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. Ayanda Shamaine Musa. Ketokuhle Ngozi. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the national diploma. Anthony Jordan. Sabelo Philopsius Mokofane. Tebo Leonard Malumane. Jabulile Ephraim Mamba. Tinswalo Angel Matebula. Zandile Victoria Mdluli. Life Mohakane. Sydney Alvin Ntane. Karabo Tebu Pokane. Katleho Lebohang George Selekane. Khobozane Raymond Sikhauke. Samukelo Jeremiah Tobela. Gaila Zimonya.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive the diploma in the College of Law. Fortunate Gumete. Ntombenhle Masina. Nandi Precious Matabela. Pride Ntwanano Matebula. Mary Mawelele. Alicia Mkonto. Zanele Jumaima Mgomezulu. Mafodi Moleseng Mokhoto. Nogukanya Lovoshia Ndlovu. Tluli Lowi Ngobeni. Valencia Popi Shongwe.
Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receive. Madam Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Deboho Audrey Masheho. Selby Mbongeni Pelembe. Jabulile Emma Sibia.
I need a bit of water, but I'm not sure. Ladies and gentlemen, can we give them a big round of applause? I did not hear the ululations. Thank you very much. I now know that I'm in graduations. I think you were a bit stingy with your applause. As they were walking here, I could feel the Unisa professors clapping hands for their students, but I did not hear the parents and the loved ones clapping and applauding as much as I expected. So whilst they are walking here, I'm just going to ask us to take 1 full minute ululating, applauding in the true African sense, not like real African ululations. I'm going to request them now. You better do it for yourself. If they don't do it for you, what happens? Do it for yourself. Let's start. May you please stand up and give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I now feel that I'm in graduations. Let me take this opportunity, you who have graduated this evening, to congratulate you. Congratulations. I'm not going to go long. Earlier on, I've already told you that you are the generation that follows the footsteps of great icons, leaders of our country, as they are leaders of the world. The expectations, therefore, of the University of South Africa is that now that you're a graduate of this august university, you will respect its certificates, its credential, and you'll be the best ambassador that Unisa asks for. Congratulations. So my colleagues remind me that I should remind you that it has not been an easy journey. Sometimes it was a very difficult journey for you and your loved ones. Sometimes you had dreams. Some of you would have wanted to finish your degrees in record time, but might have taken 7 years, you know. Precisely because of your resilience and tenacity, it doesn't matter how long it took you to finish your degree. What matters is that you finished it. So clap for yourselves. What this means is that you're resilient, you have agency, you have initiative, you are willing to tackle the challenges head on, and you value education in the true spirit of what His Excellency President Mandela would have said when he said education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that a daughter of a peasant can become a doctor. I thought we were speaking, many of us were speaking, so I wanted to wait. Thank you. As I said, let's have dignity in our events because they represent who we are as Africans. I want to remind you the words of the first President of the Republic of South Africa, Democratic Republic, His Excellency President Mandela, who says to us, education is the great engine of personal development. It is through education that the daughter of a peasant can become a doctor, that the son of a mine worker can become the head of a mine, and that a child of a farm worker can become the president of a great nation. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from one another. So President Mandela says, what separates you from others is that you had the tenacity and the resilience to follow through your dreams. And he says this is an important aspect that we require in our societies if we are to build strong institutions, strong families, strong countries, and strong societies. We hope that the investment that the country has made in your education will inspire you to take your rightful place as a critical and active citizen so that we can expand human freedoms, transformations, economies, and society in the next 30 years and beyond the 150 years of UNISA's existence. But we as UNISA also remember that some of you are the first in your families or even villages or communities to graduating. For those whom you've broken the glass ceiling, you've pushed back the cycle of poverty, you've claimed education as a horizon for change for yourself, we wish you all the best and encourage you to continue valuing education. How many of you are the first in your families to graduate? Can we give them a round of applause? Those of you who are the first to graduate, you must not be the last to graduate. We must ensure that in the next 5 years, the next 10 years, there are many in your family, in your community, in your church, in your mosque, in your synagogue, in your places of edification, whether as student leaders or even in your societal environment, precisely because we are impelled to value education as that which makes us better human beings. At this point, colleagues, before I speak to my graduates, may I ask you, the loved ones, to stand up? You've been sitting for quite some time. Can I please request you to stand up, to look towards your loved ones who have brought you to this important hall this evening where we are celebrating the graduations? Can I request you to give them applauses? You know, you've given them a standing ovation. Can you ululate for them? Thank you very much, loved ones. Whilst you're standing, nobody asked you to shake your certificates. We will get them back, you know. My colleagues, the Chancellor of the University of South Africa, His Excellency, President Mbeki, the Chair of Council, Dr. Daniel Musia, and members of Council, the academics of the University of South Africa, the real people who mold and train and see through the education of our graduates, the professional and administrative staff at the university. They send me to thank you for being partners in ensuring that education is an important asset. They thank me to express our gratitude that you were there for our graduates. Sometimes when they needed a book, a laptop, a phablet, some money for airtime to upload their assignments, you were there for them. We thank you, and we really pay homage to your accompaniment of our students. And we encourage you too to know that Unisa opens registration in the second semester. Thank you. If you're inspired, you may be seated. You may be seated. We are truly grateful for your presence here, but also for the long journey you would have had with them. Now, let me ask those who are graduating with diplomas to stand up. Diplomas, not postgraduate diplomas, diplomas. Colleagues, can you give them a round of applause, especially you? Look behind. So you colleagues who are graduating with diploma today, you've already heard me telling your loved ones that registration is open for the second semester. We encourage you to pursue your degree. Congratulations. You may be seated. Let me ask those who are graduating with their degrees, honors, postgraduate diplomas to stand up. Give yourselves a round of applause. So my colleagues tell me if you graduated today with your degree, postgraduate diploma, your honors, that you're not yet there, colleagues. It's not done. That you have to pursue your master's, for it enables you to access horizons that are often not as easily accessible as we would want. They remind me that the National Development Plan requires for us as South Africa to have at least 30,000 South Africans with PhDs in the next few years, as in 3 years or 7 years, meaning you guys. So they encourage me to request you to consider ongoing learning and therefore to consider registering for your master's in the second. Congratulations. You may be seated. You're not happy that you're graduating with your degrees, or you want to have a PhD that you did not write. Can I ask the master's students to stand up? Those who got their masters. Did you see how many diplomas, postgraduate diplomas, degrees, honors? How many of you? Did you see the numbers? Do you see what we have with the masters? It means you, colleagues, must correct the numbers that we're having. We must have more students graduating in their master's degree, because a master's is a senior degree that helps you to embark into research, to claim leadership responsibilities, whether in the private sector, public sector, or civil society, here at home or abroad. So congratulations to you, the masters. No, colleagues, give them a round of applause. There are only two. Yes, please. Then we have the red gown. Please come and stand here next to me. Colleagues, can you give a round of applause? We often tell you, colleagues, that a doctorate is the apex of learning. If you think about the National Qualifications Framework, this is the highest level of that framework. Can you give a round of applause? You may be seated. Thank you. But Doc, perhaps for us as the academy, we did not tell you the full story. A PhD is not the apex. It's the start of a new journey. It's a start of a journey that these colleagues who are in this stage, colleagues, would have traversed. It is that point where you teach, you create new knowledge, you invent new ideas, you produce master's, doctoral, and degrees, graduates, and you contribute to something new in our world and in society. These colleagues who are sitting here, they publish, they create new works and new knowledge that no one in the world has worked on, precisely because they've been given the opportunity to contributing to the knowledge assets of our country, our continent, and the world. And we invite you, the masters and the doctoral graduates, to consider pursuing this important journey of producing knowledge as you mentor and produce others. Congratulations. I think listinji ka the ululations and applause. Can we applaud them, please? So they also send me for the last points, which will take 2 minutes, but it's 5 questions. How many of you have passports? So if you don't have a passport, they tell me that Home Affairs is open tomorrow. You should apply for your passport. Because a passport, like a certificate, opens horizons, they tell me. How many of you have been to all the provinces in South Africa? Look around. So if you're one of those who still has to do so, they tell me that the bus, the taxi, you can pull cars, you can use the train, you can fly. To understand the value of your certificate, you must understand the society that you function within. So those shoes, some of them you couldn't even walk on them. Huh? You can sell one, or you can sell, don't buy your fermented beverages for celebrations tonight, huh? So that you can travel the country. How many of you have traveled to 2 or 3 SADC countries, Southern African countries? Did you see the numbers? When you're here, you're 200, less than 200 kilometers from Mozambique. It shouldn't be difficult for you next week to arrange to know another country. Next week. The same is true to Swaziland. Eswatini is just less than 200 kilometers. So you have no reason not to know Mozambique and Eswatini. And Zimbabwe, colleagues, is just 650 kilometers from here. Lesotho, about 600 or 700 kilometers. The same is true to Botswana. There's no reason why you can have people coming here and you don't try to understand the surroundings. To be competitive a citizen is to know your neighbors. So we encourage you as graduates of Unisa to be committed to understanding your surroundings. How many of you have traveled overseas? Not Kenya and call it overseas. Eh? You see, how many hands? So colleagues, out of 572 people graduating today, only 5. It's a low percentage, therefore, we ask you, colleagues, to invest in understanding the world. Why is it important for you to do so? It's important because any country that wants to contribute to the world, that understands globalization, that understands the impact of digitalization on society, requires citizens who are able to compare, contrast, and participate globally. So we expect this from you before the end of the year as part of demonstrating your excellence. Therefore, colleagues, can I ask you to stand, show your parents your certificates? This is what they came here for, not the scrolls that have the certificates. Stand up, look towards them, show them what you came here to fetch. If you don't stand, we can take our certificates. We are very decisive as a university, yeah? You have to demonstrate gratitude to these people. They supported you when it was difficult. Show them your certificates, colleagues. You don't want to show your family your certificate, and we're now taught the distinction. You're hoarding. Please, colleagues, let's respect our loved ones. Can you show them what you came here for? Thank you very much. You may be seated. In conclusion, as an alumnus of the University of South Africa, we wish you to partner with your university by joining Unisa alumni, becoming a member of the convocation, and ensuring that you continue learning. To be a University of South Africa alumni and an ambassador is a very important responsibility. We urge you to treat it with respect, with selflessness, and to ensure that you inspire others. For your success is not yours alone, for in our language, we acknowledge that mutuki mutukabatu. No one is an island, and your success is dependent on others. Congratulations, we wish you all the best, and we thank you, loved ones, for being here. Thank you. Colleagues, we did not come to a funeral, we've come to a graduation, and it's an important event. Can I, at this point, request you to stand up, all of us? May you please rise up for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 25 of the program. May I also request you to remain standing after the singing of the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. May I also equally request you to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. Finally, because the national anthem of our country is a sacred expression of the aspirations, the dreams, and the commitments that South Africa makes around claiming the present as it does claim the future, we request you to sing the national anthem with dignity, respect and grace, and sing it to the best of your abilities. By virtues of the powers entrusted to me as the Principal and Vice Chancellor, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.